Good evening, everyone, and welcome inside the gymnasium here at Milford High School, as Milford TV is happy to bring you coverage of Scarlet Hawks athletics. This is Milford TV Executive Director Tim Coet with you on the call as we wrap up this first week of 2024 with our first return to the gym for basketball coverage. And tonight it is the Varsity girls on the court getting set to take on one of their Kelly Rex Division opponents in the North Attleboro Rocketeers. Team's taking the court now, just about ready to get this matchup started. Happy to be bringing you this coverage live locally on our Milford TV educational channel, as well as our Verizon High Definition channel, and also streaming anywhere, anytime over on our YouTube channel, which can be found at youtube.com/mymilfordtv. So wherever you happen to be tuning into the coverage this evening, we welcome you aboard. Happy to get an opportunity to see this girls basketball team in action for the second time this season as Milford controls the opening tip. The Scarlet Hawks come into this matchup right at the 500 mark at 3-3. Milford winning the opening tip but losing control of the ball underneath the basket. And now here comes North Attleboro for their first trip up the floor of the night as we settle into things here on our Milford TV coverage. First shot of the night for North Attleboro comes from number 31, Katie Corsetti. North able to grab the offensive rebound to reset. And now another shot from the perimeter, rims out. And this time Milford is able to secure the rebound, courtesy of Mickelson, and another giveaway under the hoop meanwhile. So no points here, still in the opening minute of play. Able to track that ball down. Aggressive defense from TJ Downing. Now it's Emmy Jansen's out to defend. Bounce pass entry underneath the basket is eventually gathered in and then kicked back out for a long two that sails wide, and Downing collects the rebound. So outstanding rebounding from this Milford team in their victory against the Sharon Eagles back on December 20th. A slightly different looking starting lineup for Milford for this game tonight than what we saw on that game on the 20th. Here's Mickelson, meanwhile, with the three. It's off target, but there is Katrina Ledger for the rebound. Tries to put it back, but the shot a little bit short. And a shove from Ledger against number 21, Sam Sweeney, as that ball went out of bounds. Quickly, let's bring you the starting fives for tonight's game. For the North Attleboro Rocketeers, it is Juliana Melinkna. Let's try that again. Juliana Melinka, number 12, number 13, Sam Feria, number 21, Sam Sweeney. As that ball comes in from three-point territory for Caitlin Kernan on the Milford side to open up the scoring. Rounding out the starting five for North Attleboro, Mary Ellen Charette and Katie Corsetti. We'll get to the Milford starting five momentarily. As that ball comes loose, Katrina Ledger secures the turnover. Now here's Mickelson. Up top now for Emmy Jansen's, and the result, a turnover. Now trying to win it right back, goes down to the floor and gets locked up for the jump ball. Possession arrow pointing in North Attleboro's direction. So for the Scarlet Hawks, the starting five: TJ Downing, Emmy Jansen's, Caitlin Kernan, Erin Mickelson, and Katrina Ledger. It's our first opportunity to see Emmy Jansen's in action this season. The 5'2" freshman, her first year of varsity action as a freshman. Closing in defensively, good play from Mickelson. Now it's Kernan working the perimeter. There's quick hands underneath the basket for Downing, but North is able to recover the loose ball. They go up for the shot, and a whistle for a foul pauses the clock at 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Sam Sweeney shooting free throws. Foul was on Erin Mickelson. And a couple of misses for Sweeney from the free throw line. Keeps it a 3-0 score. 5:25 still to go in the opening quarter. Kernan now coming out from the corner. That pass a little too hot for Ledger to handle. Kernan quickly over defensively, and a trap in the corner between Mickelson and Kernan. But they will rule possession for North Attleboro. First substitution of the game as Kay Pellegrini checks in. Ledger will get a rest on the bench. Our second chance to see the in-game strategy of new Milford girls basketball head coach Austin Costa. He's gotten this program off to a 3-3 start, one of the better starts this program has had in quite a while. North Attleboro forcing a turnover as that ball was dribbled out of bounds. And now North inbounds underneath their own basket. Awkward bounce pass and eventually the kick to the corner as that shot rims out. Rebound is directed by Mickelson into the hands of Downing. Who already has herself a couple of rebounds here in the first quarter. Still just one made basket between these two teams with 4:39 on the first quarter clock. Hands in the passing lane result in a turnover created by Sam Faria. Now long pass underneath the basket, well executed there for Katie Corsetti to finish at the rim and give North their first points of the night. Jensens brings the ball to the front court, but another tipped pass, and that goes out of play off of Milford. So a lot of these plays at the boundary lines have resulted in a switch of possessions. They've all favored North Attleboro so far, so Milford needing to be a little bit more careful here with their offensive possessions. Long pass finds an open shooter on the perimeter, and it's no good. And another foul here for Milford off the missed basket by Malinka. And it's ultimately Mary Ellen Charette who will go to the free throw line. Already the second North Attleboro trip to the free throw line. The foul called on TJ Downing, her first. Already 3 team fouls for Milford, none for the Rocketeers. There is only one senior on this North Attleboro roster. It is Katie Corsetti. Meanwhile, Charette finishes off a perfect trip to the line to give North Attleboro their first lead at 4-3. And Coach Costa perhaps not fully enthused with how this first quarter has progressed over the last couple of minutes. He calls a timeout here with exactly 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. A 4-3 score, North Attleboro ahead of Milford. So as we mentioned, Milford comes into action at 3-3 overall on the season. That is good for a tie for third place within the Kelly Rex Division standings. It is the second highest win total in the Kelly Rex. But Milford in third place by virtue of their league record, which right now stands at 1-2. Taunton right now leads the way in the Kelly Rex. They have gotten off to a phenomenal start. They are 6-0 on the season, 3-0 against league opponents, and an offense that right now is just a tick below Foxborough for the most productive in the entire Hockomock League. North Attleboro, meanwhile, comes into play. They're also technically in that tie for third place along with Milford and Franklin. They are 1-5 overall on the season, but that one win came against league competition, so that helps them hold on to a tie for third place. North Attleboro suffering in the midst of a 5-game losing streak coming into play here today. Milford off of a loss in their most recent game. We'll get into some more of how the season has unfolded for these two teams as the broadcast goes along. In the meantime, looks like Milford might have just been able to get a piece of that shot on the way up. That might have made the difference in the miss. Regardless, Milford with possession. Maeve Driscoll now into the game off the bench, gets the inbounds pass into Kernan. Full court press here for North Attleboro. Milford able to advance into the front court. A little hesitation there from Ledger. And now a lot of pushing and shoving there as Ledger came together between a couple of defenders. Ball ends up out of play. It'll stay Milford ball with 23 seconds on the shot clock. Pellegrini finds Janssens. Janssens trying to direct traffic. And now Driscoll goes to the basket and puts it in. Nice move working the baseline there for Maeve Driscoll. That ball ends up in the stands. Happy for the quick hands of the fans that prevented that from careening into our broadcast setup. Inbound it to Driscoll. Taking down to 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Milford back in front now by a point. Pellegrini starting to swing around the perimeter, now gets it back, thought about releasing the shot, and now this ball gets tipped. And a chance now for a three-point play for North Attleboro. Kernan tried to get back there and make a play defensively. Tried to strip that ball loose, but ended up making contact with Charette. So now a foul on Kernan. And some good free throw shooting so far in this game for Mary-Ellen Charette. Perfect 3 for 3 from the stripe. She has 5 points in this first quarter, and now a 7-5 lead for North Attleboro. Milford trying for a quick shot with a little bit of space for Katrina Ledger. She misses, tries to go flying in for her own rebound, but a little bit out of control, and ends up committing the foul. And meanwhile, back the other way for free throws. Looks like instead they called the foul on Kay Pellegrini. It looked like at first glance Ledger initiated the contact. So 5 team fouls here on Milford. Initiates the free throws. Really some high quality free throw shooting for Mary-Ellen Charette. 5 for 5. Now it's Driscoll short on the shot. Pellegrini grabs an offensive rebound. And Kernan trying to thread a bounce pass through heavy traffic. Ledger able to save it. Shot no good. And in the end, Pellegrini loses her footing, gets called for the travel, and it has not looked especially smooth here in the first quarter offensively for Milford, something that plagued them in a game they ultimately won over the holiday break in a tournament game against Algonquin. We'll get into more of that if we can. Meanwhile, a good trap along the sideline for Milford forces a timeout from North Attleboro head coach Ashley Keppa in her first year taking over the program. And so with the timeout, that gives us a chance to go into a little bit more about that matchup for Milford. That was all the way back on December 29th in tournament play against Algonquin. Milford had just 3 points in the entire first quarter, but they were eventually able to put things together as the game went along. They ended up scoring 16 points in the second quarter to take the lead, and they ultimately would go on to defeat Algonquin 40-33. They would lose in the final game of that tournament against Hopkinton in a very low-scoring game. Ultimately, Hopkinton walked away with a 33-21 victory. That ended a 2-game mini winning streak for the Scarlet Hawks, who only played 2 games over the holiday break. Again, come in with a record of 3-3 overall on the season. 2:06 left in the first quarter as North Attleboro brings the ball ahead. Boxed around just a bit by Sweeney, but she's able to recover. North Attleboro settling in nicely as this first quarter has gone along, and now Kay Pellegrini is going to get whistled now for a second foul. A little bit of a lack of discipline in this first quarter from Milford, something we did not see in that victory against Sharon. Milford played very well defensively. And more successful free throws, this time from Ella McLaughlin. And right now, North Attleboro 7 for 9 from the free throw line. And we are still in the first quarter. Milford breaks the press. Nice bounce pass ahead to Katrina Ledger, but just could not find the finish at the rim. And now Driscoll trying to work some magic from beyond the arc. It was a great play in transition, setting up Ledger nicely for the layup, but Milford has not had great touch around the rim so far in this game tonight. Now it's Milford trying to put some pressure on in the backcourt. And another whistle here is going to go against Milford, and now the Milford fans as well as the coaching staff getting very frustrated. Huge discrepancy in foul calls in this first quarter. And a rare free throw miss. It's really the difference in the game so far. North Attleboro has only made 2 baskets from the floor, but they have cleaned up at the line. Vernon's going to come out as she's picked up 2 first quarter fouls. Kay Pellegrini also with a pair of fouls. Milford trying to battle through some adversity before we even reach the second quarter. Tough pass handled up ahead by Erin Mickelson, and she drops that one in for a sorely needed Milford bucket. 12-7 now the score as North Attleboro pushes the tempo. Milford scrambles back defensively. And now underneath the basket, they wave off the shot, and North Attleboro called for the travel and a little bit of a mock cheer in the crowd for a rare whistle going against North. No change here for the Rocketeers as they continue to press in the backcourt. And long pass up over the reach of Erin Mickelson, and this defensive strategy for Coach Keppa really paying off as Milford is looking increasingly frustrated with the press. Lead for North Attleboro is 5. As Milford locks up for the jump ball. Took a long time for that whistle as Downing and Driscoll came together. And finally got that whistle for the jump ball. Possession arrow going Milford's way. And 37 seconds to go here. About a 5-second difference between shot clock and game clock as this ball is looped ahead. Nice bounce pass to Mickelson, who's grabbed a couple of late buckets here in this first quarter to pull it back down to a 1-possession game. Shot clock now turned off as North releases for a quick 3. It's no good. Offensive rebound for Sweeney. And now out for the shot from 3-point range. That's well short. Kicks out of play. And Milford will have 13.8 seconds to bring the ball ahead, perhaps for one final shot. But North Attleboro with all 5 players in the backcourt. Here's Olivia Baglione now trying to get ahead. Pass knocked out of play. Milford will inbound with 5.7 seconds. Into Mickelson. Can't get a secure handle. Out to Downing. 1 second left. Able to get the shot away. High bank off the glass. It does not go. And at the conclusion of 1 quarter of play, Milford finds themselves trailing by a score of 12-9. And all things considered, could be a much worse score differential based on how a lot of that first quarter unfolded. So Milford was able to right the ship just a bit there in the closing seconds. We'll see if they can carry that over into some more consistent play in the second quarter. But still a close game, just a 1-score game heading into the second quarter. We'll take a very quick pause here on the broadcast, and we'll begin the second quarter in just a moment as you enjoy this coverage of Milford High School girls basketball on Milford TV. Second quarter begins here in the Milford gym with the score North Attleboro 12 and Milford 9, and Emmy Janssens creates a quick turnover on the opening possession of the second quarter and then drops down to a knee and gets called for a travel, so possession flips right back to the Rocketeers. Mary Ellen Charette led the scoring effort in the first quarter with 7 points. Leading scorer for Milford through one quarter of play was Erin Mickelson with 4 points. Those all came very late in the first quarter. Looks like we might have Erin's older sister and esteemed Milford High School alumni, Jillian Mickelson, in our YouTube audience for this game tonight. So a shout out to Jillian, who was an outstanding student athlete here in her years at Milford High School. More free throws here for the Rocketeers. A make and a miss. As now Maeve Driscoll takes a hard shove. Mickelson dumps that pass off to Ledger. Ledger able to battle for the rebound. Now it's Mickelson along with Juliana Malinka going down to the floor. Possession with the Scarlet Hawks. It's Downing now. And a foul called against Ella McLaughlin. So a little bit of a shift here. That's already the second team foul whistled on North Attleboro in the second quarter. And again, as we've been seeing so far this season, those team fouls reset after each quarter. There's a good looking bucket for Katrina Ledger. That's her first points of the game. And now a nice block on the other end, but the ball directed right in to the hands of Katie Corsetti, who was able to put it back in for two. The lead for North Attleboro is 4 with 6:55 on the second quarter clock. And quickly dropping in a beautiful looking three is Mickelson. Up to 7 first half points. And a 1-point game now. Back to Corsetti. And along to McLaughlin. For keeping the Rocketeers pinned out on the perimeter. Active coaching on the sidelines from Coach Costa as that ball is stripped and taken over by Milford. Nice defensive stand there for the Hawks. Downing trying to force her way in through 3 defenders. And the result, another North Attleboro turnover. Ball down into the corner. It was knocked free. Downing maybe trying to do a little bit too much there to try to save that ball from going out of play. Ended up tipping it out. And North will inbound with 29 seconds on the shot clock. A little bit of a screen for the release from 3 for Malinka. That's her first bucket of the night. 4-point North Attleboro lead once again. Mickelson feeds Downing, and she gets contact on the way up for the shot. Based on the reaction, the foul looks to be going against Corsetti. No, it looks like they'll put it on McLaughlin. It's 2 fouls now on, I beg your pardon, they do now update the scoreboard. It was on Corsetti. This is Milford's first trip to the free throw line tonight. Massive discrepancy in that category. Unfortunately, a pair of misses for Downing, so Milford 0 for 2 from the line. North Attleboro 9 for 13. Still a 4-point North Attleboro lead. Another 3-ball and a terrific bank off the glass. That ball looked like it was off target, but took a hard right-hand turn off the glass and in. And so a pair of threes now in the second quarter for Malinka. She is a transfer student from Ukraine playing for North Attleboro this season. And now a quick steal for Sweeney. The turnovers have been a massive problem for Milford in this first half. Off-target shot this time for Corsetti. Rebound collected by Maeve Driscoll. Down low to Ledger. And Ledger gets fouled. Katrina had a terrific night, in particular in that victory against Sharon. Led the scoring with 14 points, had a double-double on the night. Up to 3 points now so far in this half. Goes 1 for 2 on the trip to the line. The lead for North Attleboro is 6, a little over 4.5 minutes until we reach halftime. Kay Pellegrini back out onto the floor, and quickly is going to pick up another foul. Right now, Coach Casa will leave Pellegrini out there with 3 fouls. One of those frustrating kind of nights where the whistles have been out. As that ball goes out of play. Little over 4 minutes remain. Good trap in the corner. Ball goes out of play, but off the leg of Mickelson. Quiet gym here on this Friday night. As that bucket goes for Charette. That's just her second made basket from the floor, as now Milford goes diving hard. That was Kaylee Turtelot in off the bench. Went flying down to the floor to try to secure that ball. And again, Charette continues to be the points leader here in this half, now with 9 points, but over half of those points have come from the free throw line. Corsetti gets a good feed, puts it in for 2, and all of a sudden now the lead has expanded to 10 points for North Attleboro. As we approach 3.5 minutes to play in the second quarter, Caitlin Kernan back out on the floor. This whistle going against Sam Sweeney. Throws coming up here for Erin Mickelson. Looks like instead they'll give the foul to Sam Faria. Clean trip to the line for Erin Mickelson. Cuts the lead down to 8. Turtelot played well off the bench in Milford's win against Sharon prior to the holiday break. This from the outside, Nicholson with the rebound. Now the pass ahead, nice bounce pass. Good vision from Kernan, finished off at the rim by Turtelot as she picks up a bucket off the bench. Milford on a little 4-0 mini run, trying to cut back into this North Attleboro deficit. A nice rebound secured by Corsetti. She's up to 6 second quarter points now, 8 overall in the half. Now it's Ledger, and Katrina starting to find her form here in the second. 6-point differential, 2:20 until we reach the half. Three-pointer heaved up and missed, but North Attleboro good positioning for the initial rebound, but then Turtelot fights for it, and then Corsetti sneaks in, takes it back, and gets 2 more. She's been red hot, and now a telegraphed pass, an easy interception for North Attleboro. And now North Attleboro called for the travel. Coach Costa continues to mix and match out there right now with Ledger, Kernan, Mickelson, Olivia Baglione, and Emmy Janssens. As the ball is stripped away from the Scarlet Hawks once again. Milford now will have a chance to inbound. Handing off to Kernan. Nicholson gets it back down low, looking for contact as she went up for that shot, no whistle. Now less than 90 seconds to go in the half. The North Attleboro lead is 8, and Mickelson, way too aggressive, comes out and makes contact with Sam Sweeney. Second foul now on Mickelson. TJ Downing's going to check back in place of Mickelson. And now it's Kernan who comes flying in, trying to contest the inbounds pass, and she'll take her 3rd foul of the game. And Milford is trying to survive to halftime at this point. A lot of mental mistakes here down the stretch of this first half. High arcing shot, no good for Corsetti this time, but North outworking Milford for the rebound. And Emma Faria will collect her first bucket of the game to reestablish a 10-point North Attleboro lead. Milford with a good play up ahead in transition for Ledger, who can't finish. Scarlet Hawks end up getting fouled. Emmy Janssens will shoot free throws. Inserted into the starting 5 tonight, looking for her first points. Kernan now will head back to the bench again with 3 fouls. Maeve Driscoll back out. Janssens putting her whole body into those free throw shots, able to make the second. Cut the deficit down to single digits. 50 seconds to go until the half. A nice give and go as that shot is heaved up by Faria. No good this time. And now Driscoll in some trouble, gets a pass away to Baglione. Long pass clips the net before making its way to Downing. Now back out in the corner, Baglione, no room for a shot. North Attleboro will commit the foul. Baglione at the line. Foul called on Mary Ellen Charette. Nice little friendly roll for Baglione as that free throw goes in, gets Olivia on the score sheet. Rattles the second one home as well. North Attleboro lead is 7. Shot clock is off. Out to contest that pass, but North Attleboro able to hold on. They missed the shot. 12 seconds to go as Janssens has some room up ahead. A 2-on-1 for Milford if they can hustle. And Driscoll ends up getting stripped. The ball goes out of play. It'll stay with Milford with 5.1 on the clock. Points here to close out the half would be big. From 3, the shot a little bit short, and that will wind things down here in the first half. And so North Attleboro will carry a 31-24 lead into the break. Definite work for Milford to do to make some adjustments here as we have reached halftime. Again, 31-24 the score. North Attleboro on top of Milford right now. 10 minutes on the clock for this halftime. So if you're joining us on our live coverage, either locally on our channels or on our YouTube live stream, hang tight for the next 10 minutes and we will return with second half action in this Kelly Rex Division clash between your Milford Scarlet Hawks and the visiting North Attleboro Rocketeers. Again, North with the 31-24 lead. Hang with us on the coverage here on Milford TV. We welcome you back inside the gym here in Milford as we settle in for second half coverage of this girls varsity matchup between North Attleboro and Milford. North Attleboro with the lead coming into the second half. And Sam Sweeney collects her first points of the night on the opening shot to up the North Attleboro lead now to 33-24. TJ Downing, meanwhile, also grabs her first bucket as we get an exchange of shots here to start off quarter number 3. Tim Coet, Milford TV Executive Director, rounding out this first week of 2024 with this live girls basketball coverage. We hope everyone had an outstanding holiday season and have gotten 2024 off to a good start. Good pass finds Downing for 3, but that shot off target. We're live here this evening once again on our Milford TV educational channel as well as Verizon HD 2140. And streaming live as always on our YouTube channel. .6:44 on the clock as Downing loops that pass into Emmy Janssens. Downing, Janssens, Mickelson, Kernan, and Ledger, the 5 on the floor to get the second half started. Feed down low to Katrina Ledger. Could not put enough air on that shot. And the Rebound goes to North Attleboro. Now it's stripped the other way, and Ledger quickly pushes the tempo. Good feed from Kernan to Janssens, but she leaves the ball behind. Ledger goes down to the floor. Kernan puts up the shot, and Kernan ends up getting fouled. Good hustle all the way around on that possession for Milford. That's more of what Coach Costa wants to see as the second half unfolds. Milford played with intensity in that first half, but at times out of control. Some unnecessary fouls to go along with a whole host of turnovers. Despite that, a single-digit deficit. Janssens off the inbounds pass, drops it in for three. Beautiful shot from the freshman as she nails her first three-pointer of her varsity career. And now that ball ends up out of play. Milford flying in to try to make the steal. Possession stays with North Attleboro. And so quickly the deficit down to 4 as Milford puts some pressure on here to open up the second half. Open for a shot down low was McLaughlin. Couldn't connect. Ledger with the rebound, pushes up ahead. And now it's Kernan trying to cut her way in for a shot, no good. Ledger briefly had her hands on the rebound, but Corsetti takes it away. And now Ledger commits the foul under the basket as Sam Sweeney went up for the shot. Substitutions on the Milford side with one more free throw to go for Sweeney. (34-29) as this ball goes flying out of bounds. Bit of a split in terms of the fans in-house for the game tonight. A lot of North Attleboro fans making the trip up here to watch the team. We have yet to see a student section form for these early season girls basketball games the way we have for the boys. Love to see that change as the season goes on. This girls program certainly deserves the same level of support. Back to the free throw line now for Sweeney. The foul called on Maeve Driscoll. Nails both shots, so she has made 3 of 4 in this third quarter. The lead now back up to 7 as Milford continues to try to work their way from behind. Kay Pellegrini back into the game, trying to back her way down low. Now releases a shot off the front of the rim. Driscoll trying to grab that rebound, but ends up committing the foul, and so she picks up 2 quick fouls here. .440 to go in the third. Good defense out on the perimeter. North kicks it to the wing, and that shot goes behind the backboard. Olivia Baglione checks back into the game. Pass deflected into the hands of Driscoll. Driscoll in some trouble. Just does get that pass away to Baglione, who now finds Ledger. Puts up a shot that won't go. And a quick whistle for the jump ball that time. Another moment and Driscoll would have secured that rebound. And again, we've just seen a bit of inconsistency in the whistles here throughout the night tonight. A backcourt violation here against North Attleboro. Obviously, Milford has been their own worst enemy at times in this game tonight, but they have not gotten any help from the officials. Baglione in some trouble, finds Maeve Driscoll. Maeve will inbound here. 3 team fouls for Milford, 2 for North. Driscoll running out of time. 5-second violation. (36-29). North Attleboro continues to hold on to the lead. Shot off back iron. Call is a travel against North Attleboro. Driscoll tries to pull back for the shot, but no good, and offense has dried up through a lot of this third quarter, but not for Malinka, who drops in her third three-pointer of this game. And again, the lead is at double digits for the Rocketeers. Driscoll heaves up a shot. Just 5 points in this third quarter for Milford after scoring 15 points in the second quarter. North Attleboro decides on the three. It's no good. Olivia Baglione with the rebound. There'll be free throws coming up for Baglione, and this time the North Attleboro fans disagree. Jansen's and Turtelot waiting to check back into the game as Olivia Baglione prepares for free throws. She's the only Baglione in action tonight. Looks like Ava out of the mix and street clothes on the bench. Three points now in the game for Olivia. All have come from the free throw line. Turtelot and Jansen's in, Driscoll and Mickelson to the bench. Miss on the second free throw for Baglione, but Milford able to salvage the possession. Quick release for Jansen's is no good. Rushed that shot a little bit. Now a little give and go. Nice move to the basket, but Sweeney unable to finish. Turtelot up the wing. Finds Baglione. Bounce pass trying to find Katrina Ledger, twisting and turning on the floor, and the ball ends up in the hands of Turtelot, who puts it in. 4 points off the bench for Kaylee. And a shot that misses everything. Aggressive play for the rebound. And North Attleboro called for the travel, and Sam Sweeney a little hot as she vacates the area. And now Coach Keppa calls the timeout. So it'll be Milford possession with 1 minute and 48 seconds to go. Score now 39-32 in favor of North Attleboro. So as we mentioned, North trying to break out of an extended losing streak. They won their season opener back on December 12th, 54-36 against Canton, but since then 5 straight losses. They gave up 73 points to the first place Taunton Tigers in a loss on December 15th, then dropped a 57-34 decision to Mansfield. Lost to non-conference Dartmouth 51-30. And then over the holiday break, lost a pair of games to Medway and then again to Dartmouth to bring that losing streak up to 5 games, but leading here in the Milford gym. This is a matchup that has been favorable to North Attleboro over the years, dating back to 2015. Milford is just 2-10 head-to-head against North Attleboro. North swept the season series against Milford last year, though the second game here in Milford was close. Just a 4-point margin of victory for North Attleboro in that game. Back out of the timeout. Jansen's finding Baglione. Baglione cutting to the basket, puts it up and puts it in. Olivia Baglione giving Milford a boost here late in the third quarter. Down to a 2-possession game as Baglione nearly pulls off the steal. Now deflects this ball, tries to save it, and it goes out at the scorer's table, but more tenacious play from Olivia Baglione. Getting the inbounds pass in is North Attleboro. Now good defense for Jansen's and Turtelot, but they call the foul. They'll call it on Jansen's, and again the Milford crowd groans. .110 on the clock. As Sweeney cuts to the basket, but the shot doesn't go. Turtelot comes away. Corsetti challenges, and now the pass deflected. Turtelot goes down behind the play. And here's Olivia again, goes up for the shot. No good this time. Ball up for grabs. Here's Turtelot down to the floor. No definitive call. Looks like instead they will call a foul. The foul goes against Sam Faria, so Milford will inbound with 49.1 seconds to go. Jansen's whiffs on the inbounds, but able to save it in the backcourt, and now gets out of a trap. And here's Baglione accelerating ahead, gives way to Ledger, tries to hook that ball in, no good, and then commits the foul. Corsetti will go to the line. That's the third foul on Katrina. Ledger will get a rest with the 3 fouls. Driscoll checks back into the game. Two misses for Corsetti. Pellegrini secures the rebound. Shot clock now turned off. Maeve Driscoll hoists up a 3. It's no good. Turtelot fights for the rebound, and they will call the travel. Coach Costa begging for perhaps a jump ball call. I'm not sure exactly what he was hoping for there, but does not win the argument. North Attleboro missing a shot the other way, and now Driscoll punches that ball into the stands. An inbounds play for North Attleboro here with 9.8 seconds to go. Into Malinka. They get her open again from 3-point territory. This time she sends it off the back of the rim. 1 second to go. And North Attleboro will pick up the foul with 0.6 seconds left. The third foul on Maeve Driscoll sends Katie Corsetti right back to the free throw line. Goes 2 for 2. And no time left for a response from Milford, so that pushes the lead back up to 7 for North Attleboro. A couple of times North has been able to flex the lead out to double digits, but Milford trying to stay in it, so they will face a 7-point deficit when the fourth quarter begins. That is coming your way momentarily. Quick timeout here on the play-by-play. Again, stay with us as the fourth quarter will start when we come back next here on Milford TV. Fourth quarter now here in the Milford gym, a 41-34 North Attleboro lead. Milford briefly led early on in the first quarter. It was a 12-9 lead for North at the conclusion of that first quarter, and they have led ever since. A couple of times Milford's cut it down to a one-possession game. A couple of times North Attleboro has boosted the lead up to 10 points. North Attleboro quickly takes over possession here in the first minute of the fourth quarter. And now Milford deflects the pass, turnover into the hands of Downing. And Kernan, pass eventually goes to Janssens, overcooks that shot. And now Kernan trying to vacate, ends up picking up a foul, and we'll see if Coach Costa keeps her out there now with 4 fouls. It's been a frustrating night for a lot of the forwards here for Milford tonight in foul trouble early. Kernan's had inconsistent playing time due to fouls. Kay Pellegrini, a similar fate. 3 fouls for Katrina Ledger as well. And meanwhile, nice move coast to coast for Maeve Driscoll. Only her second bucket of the night, but she has made some things happen out there. Now a steal, give and go between Driscoll and Kernan. A little out of control. Kernan steps on the end line, and now on the whistle, Kaylin will head to the bench. Kaylee Turtelot back out onto the floor. Two-possession game right now at 41-36. And a clean look from 3 is offline, but a little bit of contact there from Milford, and we'll see 3 free throws coming up here for the Rocketeers, and that's foul number 4 on Maeve Driscoll. So now both Kernan and Driscoll in dangerous territory with 4 fouls. 3 free throws now for Sam Faria. It's her first points of the night. Makes the first 2. North Attleboro has cleaned up from the line. And perfect 3 for 3. $17 from the free throw line for North Attleboro in this game. That is certainly the difference on the night. Milford with 7 points from the line. Free throw shooting has gotten better for Milford as the night has gone on. Seven for 12 overall, Milford from the line. North will now inbound with 6:24 to go. Varsity settles that ball down. Gets called for the travel. It's Olivia Baglione, Emmy Janssens, Aaron Mickelson, Kaylee Turtelot, and TJ Downing, the 5 on the floor for the Scarlet Hawks right now. Mickelson twisting, turning. And Coach Costa calls the timeout. And so while we have the break in the action, we can start to look ahead to how our schedule will unfold here moving forward through the month of January. Of course, back from the holidays now, our winter sports coverage picking up in full force. We had a fun opportunity to head over to the Blackstone Valley Iceplex earlier this week to take in a game for the Hopedale Milford co-op hockey team in action against Marlboro. That game is available to watch anytime on our YouTube channel. It's also airing as part of our programming schedule on both our educational and HD channels. Next week we'll have 3 games, weather permitting. A little bit of uncertain weather coming up here in the days ahead, but we're hoping to have some boys basketball action for you coming up on Monday in action against the Canton Bulldogs here in the Milford gym. And we also hope to be here on Wednesday as well, where we will bring you our first ever live coverage of Milford High School wrestling as they are in action in their senior night against Taunton. We'll have some student help for the wrestling commentary, and then we'll round out next week with more girls basketball action against the King Philip Warriors on Thursday. All of that, as well as all the remainder of our winter sports coverage, very much dependent on Mother Nature's cooperation. Downing the inbounds pass to Mickelson. The shot goes, and a chance for a 3-point play for Aaron. It's Aaron's first points in the second half. She had 9 points in the first half. Converts the free throw. 44-39. A little under 6 minutes left to play. Mickelson just missing a chance at a turnover. Instead, the shot misses. Turtelot plucks down the rebound. Now it's Mickelson surveying her options out on the perimeter. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Downing gets the ball back. The shot goes through, but they wave it off. As they end up calling the foul on Downing. And that play very much a microcosm of how this game overall has unfolded. Just a lot of head-scratching moments, with the whistles just consistently going against the Scarlet Hawks. Continued frustration being vocalized in the stands amongst the Milford fans. Meanwhile, Mary Ellen Charette at the free throw line. She had 9 points in the first half, but has yet to score here in the second half. Misses both shots. The ball up for grabs. It ends up in the hands of Corsetti. Couple of rebounds pulled down there. Good work on the glass for the Rocketeers. And now out for a three, halfway down, it rims out. Caitlin Kernan ends up with the basketball. The whistle going against North. So Milford will inbound. Kernan not wanting to turn back to find out the result of that whistle. She's back out on the floor with 4 fouls. She stays out there. Milford with the basketball, down by 5. Driscoll runs into a wall and gets called for the travel. Good court positioning for Charette. Now good bounce pass. Milford able to sniff it out. Turnover committed by the Rocketeers. So again, just a 5-point deficit. Milford needing some shots here. The game is still very much there for the taking. A little bit of physicality there between Kernan and Corsetti. No whistle. Nicholson loses the dribble and loses the possession. More frustration for Milford. They get the stop on the defensive end, but can't even put a shot up the other way. And now North Attleboro from 3. Ball rattling around, up for grabs. Kernan pulls down another rebound. Tries to go all the way up with it herself. Now Mickelson with a couple of chances under the basket. And Kernan ends up with the loose ball, but steps over the center court line. And right now, Milford needing to hold their composure. Again, the score 44-39. Milford just struggling to put the ball in the basket right now. Both teams having issues with scoring in this fourth quarter. Just 5 points so far for Milford. Only 3 for North Attleboro. All 3 of those points, again, from the free throw line. So the free throws just have played such a crucial role all night long in this game. As the 2 teams talk it over, just a lot of drama unfolding, but again, despite all that has gone against Milford tonight, whether at times a lack of discipline out on the floor, whole flurry of turnovers really throughout this game, which has also been a huge issue for the Scarlet Hawks. Still a close one here down the stretch, similar to how their last matchup of last season unfolded. So we head back to action. Again, 44-39, North Attleboro with the lead. 3:27 to go in the game. Shot from 3 and a killer is dropped in by Emma Faria. Janssens releases the shot. It's no good. Dave Driscoll able to salvage the rebound. Now in some trouble. A whistle for the jump ball. It will stay with Milford. 30 seconds on the shot clock, just 2:57 to go in the game. The deficit right now at 8 points. Milford can't afford to take their time. Here's Driscoll loose for a 3-point shot, and she drains it. So a good answer there for Maeve. Back down to a 5-point margin, 2:40 to go in the game. And a turnover. Here's Janssens. She accelerates, puts the shot up, puts it in, and the foul. And the freshman will go to the line with a chance to cut it down to a 2-point margin. Good response here for Milford. Pressure free throw now for Janssens. And knocks it down. Quick run here for Milford. Now another turnover generated. They push the ball ahead to Janssens, and not enough on the shot. A chance for Milford there to tie it up. 2:19 to play, just a 2-point difference on the scoreboard. A good pass up ahead, but better positioning defensively for Katrina Ledger. And now another opportunity for Milford to tie or take the lead. Ledger will try her luck from 3-point territory. No good. Tries to get her own rebound. And now Coach Keppa has to quickly call the timeout as North Attleboro was in some trouble under the basket. So it will be North basketball with 1 minute and 59 seconds left to play. So what a great response after the big three was knocked down by North Attleboro. Maeve Driscoll able to respond with 3 of her own, and then a critical 3-point play for Emmy Janssens. A lightning quick 6-point swing in Milford's favor. And it's down to just a 2-point difference on the scoreboard. So again, we look back to that matchup from last season in the waning days of the 2022-2023 season. The final score on that night was 47-43 in favor of North Attleboro. So again, it's been a similar game, a similar score differential, but right now Milford trying to fight and claw their way back in. They've been trailing since the first quarter, but it's not over yet. Just a tick under 2 minutes left to go. So North Attleboro now set to inbound out of the timeout. Caitlin Kernan, the only player in the backcourt. Now Janssens up to contest. Quick adjustment for Milford. Now the ball loose. Janssens has it, pushes ahead to Kernan. Clears herself for the shot and knocks it down. Caitlin Kernan with 2 points to tie this game at 47. Just over 90 seconds left to go. Now North Attleboro with a shot over everything, but they control the rebound. Milford needing to stay disciplined here on defense. Corsetti gets loose for a shot. It's no good. And now they call the foul on Katrina Ledger. That stops the clock at 1:18. Katrina now with 4 fouls. And a trip to the free throw line for Mary Ellen Charette, who's 5 out of 7 from the line tonight. That ball rolling around and then drops in for Charette to give North Attleboro the lead back. One more free throw to go. And a miss on the second. Ball up for grabs. North Attleboro saves it. And now out for 3. That ball in and out. And Ledger secured the rebound but couldn't get herself free. They end up calling for the jump ball, and that will give North Attleboro a chance to inbound with 1:03 to go. It's Sweeney now. Mary Ellen Charette hits the deck. Where's the call? It's against Kay Pellegrini. That's her 4th foul now. So Pellegrini, Kernan, and Ledger all out there with 4 fouls. And more free throws now for Charette. Back up to a 2-point lead. Milford tying the score, but it's been an extended stay on the North Attleboro side of the floor. 2 more free throws, and now a 3-point North Attleboro lead. And Coach Costa calls the timeout, stopping the clock with 50.9 seconds to go. A nail biter here right down to the finish. Briefly tied up at 47, but North Attleboro with some clutch rebounding. And a rebound taken away from Katrina Ledger on the jump ball call, and ultimately successful free throws for Mary Ellen Charette, who again now is 8 out of 11 now from the free throw line. And an even 20 points overall on the night from the free throw line for North Attleboro. Milford will have the ball when the teams return to the floor. So out of the timeout, it's Kernan, Ledger, Pellegrini, along with Janssens and Driscoll. So 4 out of the 5 players on the floor right now for Milford, all with 4 fouls. The only one without 4 fouls is Janssens, and now the ball loose, and Coach Costa quickly calls another timeout. All security for Milford has been an issue tonight, creeping up there yet again. Quick timeout saves the possession for the moment. Clock down to 41.4 seconds to go. Dave Driscoll's been an important factor in this fourth quarter with 5 points. Janssens, Kernan, and Mickelson with points in this fourth quarter as well. North Attleboro has only made 1 basket from the floor in this fourth quarter. Their other 6 points have come from the free throw line. North Attleboro pumped up now, about to retake the floor. Milford back out now as well. That same combination back out on the floor for the Hawks. 41 seconds to go. Janssens to Driscoll. Time running out, and a dangerous pass towards the corner looking for Pellegrini, does not get there, and now the shot clock is turned off. Milford has no choice but to foul. Pellegrini commits the foul, and that will be the end of the night for Kay. Aaron Mickelson out to replace Pellegrini. Mary Ellen Charette once again to the free throw line. Looking to ice this game for the Rocketeers. Right now, as many points from the line as she has from the floor. Second shot rims out. But a big free throw nonetheless to make it a 2-possession game with only 24.7 seconds left. Coach Costa pulls Katrina Ledger to the sideline. Angelina Bonina comes out onto the floor for the first time tonight with just 21 seconds to go. Milford can't even get a shot away here, down to 13 seconds. Driscoll will take a deep three, and not enough as the ball goes out of play, and 9.7 seconds to go. That will just about do it. Or will it? Instead, a foul called against Katie Corsetti will send Angelina Bonina to the free throw line. So into the fire here as she comes into the game for the first time, and now with crucial free throws, able to make the first. And a critical mistake for Milford as they have a player come in off the bench too quickly. A violation results in a loss of their second free throw attempt. Another tough mental mistake for Milford at a critical time. Another make for Bonina would have made things interesting with less than 10 seconds to go. Instead, now free throws the other way for Sam Faria. Maeve Driscoll fouling out on that last play. As both free throws are knocked down by Faria, and just 6 seconds left. Milford continues to make passes. Kernan will drop in a shot as time expires. And celebration now for North Attleboro as they break out of a 5-game losing streak in a game that was close from beginning to end, but Milford could not climb their way all the way back into this one ultimately on the night. Ever so close. But they will fall here tonight by a final score of 53-50, so it ends up as a one-possession game in the end. A lot of interesting stuff happening there in those closing seconds, but just not enough for the Hawks to come all the way back here tonight. So again, defeated this evening by a final score of 53-50. So with the loss, Milford falls a game under 500. They're now 3-4 overall on the season. And with the victory, again, North Attleboro breaks out of an extended losing streak. They'll advance to 2-5 overall on the season. Milford will be on the road coming up on Monday against the Canton Bulldogs. And again, weather permitting, we will be back here in the